morning. I just made this really yummy, I think it's called keto vanilla blueberry oatmeal, so it's not actually oatmeal. I will link the recipe down below. And I've been loving it when I have time to make breakfast. This video is a little bit more than just about food. I'm only sharing that I am 7 months pregnant. And I just thought, since I finally have a day that I think I have the bandwidth to film, I would share with you what I've been eating most of my pregnancy, not the first trimester, but during most of my pregnancy. I'm gonna go eat this. It's 7 o'clock. That's something definitely new for me. I am ravenous in the morning and definitely have to eat like within half an hour of waking up. So ready to go eat this, and I'll check in with you later. Got my little coffee situation set up here. I only recently started adding coffee back in the morning, and this is what I've been using. It's a half calf, and it's supposed to be a little bit lower in acid, so just good for pregnancy, or good if that's kind of the coffee you're looking for, and it's actually very, very good. I get it off of Amazon. I'm using my French press, and then I'm gonna add a dash of heavy cream and a little bit of collagen peptides, not a ton, just get a little extra collagen. It's so funny to me that like just a few months ago, I would have been absolutely like disgusted by that. So wild. Oh, your taste bud changes and like your favorite things are just like awful to you in the first trimester. As far as like the philosophy or like guide that I'm using as far as nutrition in pregnancy, I'm really basing a lot of my choices off of this book by Lily Nichols. She's a registered dietitian. She wrote this book, Real Food for Pregnancy. So it really just emphasizes, like, obviously, like the title, real food, nutrient dense foods. It kind of goes through like the key nutrients that your body and baby need for development, but then like what foods are highest in those sources and how to really like emphasize those foods in the diet. About my breakfast, it had 1 scoop of vanilla protein powder, which was about 20 grams of protein, and I used the Be Well by Kelly grass-fed beef protein isolate, and it's just a little bit of vanilla and monk fruit. It actually does contain a lot of collagen naturally. Trying in all my meals to get a really good source of protein, as well as fermented foods. I'm really loving dairy during pregnancy, so I did some grass-fed A2 yogurt that I mixed in, as well as lots of fiber. So chia seeds, flax seeds, there's some coconut as well, healthy fats. I use kind of like a peanut butter or nut butter blend, and then lots of blueberries. So lots of fresh produce. Here is my lunch. I had to come into the room that's gonna be the nursery. No, Sally, come here, because I have the dishwasher going and it's super loud in the kitchen. I have a salad here with sardines, some carrot ribbons, some local goat's milk feta, and some artichoke. It's some of this honey mustard dressing by Primal Kitchen. I also have a piece of sourdough toast with some mashed avocado, red chili flake, and then half, or I guess 1/4 of a mandarin left that I have been eating. So I've been really loving fruit during pregnancy. I'm always craving like cold fruit or just fresh fruit. After breakfast, I did a lot of work. Today's my admin day, work from home day. So I had a lot of admin work to do, did that, took the dogs on a walk. So I'm definitely hungry now. I usually can make it from breakfast to lunch without a snack, definitely drinking water and things like that. But usually I can make it without a snack as long as my breakfast is like really high in protein. Usually on a work day, I'm gonna have a smoothie because I need to drink it in the car on my commute to work, which typically looks like the same smoothies I've shown in a lot of my what I eat in a day videos. Definitely some type of snack between lunch and dinner. So I will check in with you around that time. It'd be nice to show an example of like what I would pack when I'm not cooking from home, because I feel like that's a lot of us, is not being able to cook from home for lunch. Meal prepped these egg muffins on the weekend. It's just egg, cottage cheese, as well as some salt and pepper, and I added whatever veggies I usually have on hand. So I had broccoli, sometimes I've done zucchini. They're really, really simple. I just blend it in a blender and then bake them in on a muffin sheet. I'm really trying to do lots of eggs in pregnancy. I have eggs daily, if not every other day. Just some plain hummus and then some carrots. I've got an orange. I may take 2 of them because they're kind of small. And then I love to have my snack on the way home. And I'm been really liking these Aloha bars. They have probably a little bit more sugar in them than I would normally care to have, but I just find them like a really nice sweet treat, and yeah, it's a good option. In third trimester, started drinking stinging nettle leaf tea. Watched a video of Bridget Tyler's. She has the Built to Birth course, and she's here on YouTube. I'll see if I can link the video where she talks about this. I think it's in her like how I'm prepping for birth in third trimester. She talks about stinging nettle leaf tea as well as red raspberry leaf tea. So I'm trying to do both of those teas frequently. But yeah, this is like a typical lunch that I will pack. They just finished their dinner. So now I am gonna have a snack. I just have some peanut butter. There's a lot of peanut butter in there. It's very hard to tell, but I've a generous amount of peanut butter down at the bottom and a Fuji apple cut up. And I'm just gonna go eat that. I'm going to prep some meatballs, and I'm supercharging them with some Ancestral Blend. This is ground beef with liver and heart, so it's got organ meats in it as well. And I'm gonna blend that along with some ground beef. Got seasonings and salt, and then we've got 2 eggs to kind of bind everything together. So I'll talk while I'm getting things ready. So in that real food for pregnancy, the top food that is like the most nutrient dense with all the things that are really important for mom and for baby's development is liver, which liver is like nature's multivitamin, I think they say. But obviously if you didn't grow up eating it, or it's not a major part of your cultural food scene, it has a really interesting taste. I'm not going to say a bad taste. It's just interesting. It's not something that I'm used to. So finding ways to like get it in, and you really don't need a lot. I think in Lily Nichols' book, she says like you really just need 2 to 3 ounces a week. Like, so you can spread that out over the course of a week, or, you know, have a larger portion one day and then not have it at all. So this is a great way. I can just have like a couple meatballs a day or every other day, and I feel like I'm getting a lot of nutrients. The prenatal that I'm using right now does not have any iron in it, so I'm really trying to be diligent about getting it through food. Luckily, the local farm that I try to get my meat from most weeks, they have this Ancestral Blend, but if it's not something that you can find like at locally, like through a local meat or farm source, there's a brand called Force of Nature, and they can do shipping. You can order, and they have an Ancestral Blend, and I've actually seen it in Whole Foods. So, you know, fancier, more expensive grocery stores or more like health food stores may have it. So that's pretty cool to see it. Just, you know, it's really intimidating to me to like buy a beef liver or buy a chicken liver. It's not something I cook with, and I, you know, of course could follow a recipe, but this just feels a lot less intimidating. And its flavors I'm really used to. And honestly, when you make it this way with tons of seasoning and you're kind of breaking it up with regular ground beef, you don't taste it at all. Adding something acidic to liver also really helps to kind of cut the flavor of it. So, you know, adding some tomato sauce or something like that. But I'll be honest, Jack, he definitely notices when I use it. I think his taste buds are like even more sensitive than mine. So I really just kind of make this for myself. And yeah, they lasted, like the batch I did last week lasted like a week and a half, but I could even freeze them. So I'm just gonna blend this all up and I'll show you what they look like when I'm all done. Your hair. This is what dinner is looking like. We are having some green beans, just super simple. I sauteed them with some avocado oil, salt, and pepper. And then I added a little bit of ghee at the end. I've got about 1/4 of the sweet potato here. The sweet potato is huge, and I just baked it in the microwave. with salt and pepper. And then I really like to drizzle tahini over my sweet potato. If you've never tried it before, trust me, it's so good. It's a little bit of tahini. And then I've got 3 very generous sized chicken wings that I baked in the oven. Jack's plate, and it's time to eat.